Hey guys, subscribe for daily content. And if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got another short little unboxing video to share with you guys. Slightly under the weather. I don't normally get sick. I'm slightly under the weather, powering through it. I wasn't going to open anything today, but I thought, no, I'm way too curious, especially about this, because this was sent to me by Kai USA, and I don't know what it is. I'm hoping it's a new release. Kershaw has been doing really, really well, especially over 2022 and 2023. So if it's Kershaw, very exciting stuff. Either way, whatever it is, I'm going to link it right down in the description. It does help my channel when you use those links, but that's entirely up to you. Thanks to Kershaw for sending this in. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me. And please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. Make a cut real quick, and I got to do it on the other side where it has my shipping info. So I'm going to do this off camera here. Yeah, there's a little piece of paper there that I accidentally cut into. Oh no, you know what? It's not. It's not a... It's not a Kershaw, it's a ZT. The reason I'm laughing is because I just don't expect to ever see anything from ZT. It's kind of heavy. What do we have? Oh, you... This is literally the only new release from ZT that I have actually been interested in, and I'm going to tell you guys right now, unless I find in my email that they specifically say what this is intended for, I will keep this. This is currently my favorite new production model from Zero Tolerance. It's the ZT-0308, but this one, oh, and it's textured. This is the carbon fiber version. Oh, God, that looks so good. As a huge fan of old school ZT, you have no idea how big a smile this puts on my face. I guess you could if I used my face cam for unboxings, but I think that might be a little distracting. I really like this. I don't love that it's still a stamped clip, but you know what? The fact that we have contoured and textured titanium and beautiful, god dang, it's like an alligator made out of carbon fiber. Here's something else that I absolutely love. I love this. I almost missed it. There is a full liner underneath the carbon fiber, which means it's not just a carbon fiber scale. This lightens the knife up tremendously versus doing it like in full tie. Actually, I think this feels about the same as the standard one, which I believe is G10. But if this were full, I guess they haven't made a full titanium version of this to my knowledge, but if they made it out of full tie, this would lighten it up tremendously. But it doesn't lighten it up so much that it feels dainty versus what it should feel like, which is a pretty heavy duty knife. This combination, it's so funny. I always complain about belt satin, but this specific combination of carbon fiber belt satin on a big, like tall bladed ZT knife, it brings back so many good memories. I've told you guys so many times that the knife that really, really solidified my sense of being a knife nut or knife enthusiast was the ZT-0562 in carbon fiber and M390. That was my first like real, I started with the Kershaw Blur. And I started, looking into everything. I found Hinder knives. I thought, wow, oh, that's great. Oh, wow, holy moly, those are incredibly expensive, and you can apparently not get them. Then I found out they had the 0562 collab with Zero Tolerance, and everybody said it was like Hinder, but a better Hinder at the time, which was actually true at the time. I want to say that was around 2012. Yeah, I think that was 12 years ago, something like that. But I had collected quite a few knives up to that point, but that was my first like, holy moly, knives really do get better. But that combination, something about that carbon fiber belt satin and that ZT logo and that look, that really drew me in. And so seeing these things combined here, especially on a model that so far has been cool, but not the right combination aesthetically of materials, I think this is their best one yet. I know the price on this is crazy high, but this is far and away the coolest thing that ZT, outside of maybe that they had a cool fixed blade, right? They've had a couple of cool things, but this is my favorite folder that they have produced in recent memory, right? Like newer folders. The detent feels fantastic. The flipping action feels fantastic. I don't know how they're heat treating this M390. I would hope that they'd be hitting it at 60 to 61. What is the serial number here? Does that say 0392? Okay, cool. It's meaningless, but I think that's kind of neat considering the 0392 is one of my favorite ZTs ever. Let's weigh it. Let's weigh it real quick. I love this. I did not know that ZT or that Kai was sending me. I honestly expected another Kershaw. Weight on this guy, 6.74. Expected, considering as large a folder as it is, right? But man, I saw this pop up on DLT. I know it's available. I saw it pop up on DLT and I was like, wow, that's cool, right? But I didn't expect Kai to actually send me one. God, that is awesome. Okay, overall length of this guy, for anybody who doesn't know, is about 8.85. Blade length is, I'd say it's about 3.85. And your cutting edge is also about 3.85. It is very similar to, let's get this guy out. The height and length is extremely similar to the AD10. It is a little bit longer, has a little bit more cutting edge. I think that's probably the best example there. The blade stock, I think, is almost exactly the same thickness. I want to say they're both about 150, maybe 155. In fact, I will go ahead and measure this. I got to say, this versus the very first 0308 that I handled feels like a step up. Yeah, it was 155 thousandths. The very first 0308 I handled felt very similar to every other ZT that I'd handled, dating back to 2012. And in 2012, that was fine. But when I handled the first 0308 back in when was that? 2019, 2020, 2021? I honestly can't remember. I was like, okay, yeah, but the rest of the knife world is really kind of moving forward. This feels like it caught back up. Everything here feels and looks fantastic. Yeah, big fan. Love that it's contoured. Love that it's textured. Love that it's a real, like a big ZT. God dang, and the D10 is great too. I really, really like this one. I am very happy with it. I'm tempted to actually carry it. It's what we don't see normally is the textured carbon fiber. I think that's really what's doing it for me. That is really, really nice carbon fiber. And I love that there's a liner under it. That just really feels like they went full on like ZT mode and didn't try to, I get really bummed out when it's just like a flat titanium lock and then the other side is just a flat piece of G10 or carbon fiber with nothing underneath. This is so far from that. Contoured, textured, and then it's backed up by a full steel liner. Yep, huge fan of this. Cool, very cool. The price is going to be hard for, I'd say, most people to swallow, right? But I'm still gonna go ahead and enjoy this one, and I think anybody who picks this up will probably also enjoy it. So I will link this knife down in the description. That's gonna be it for today. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do of course have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.